Let's create one keyframe at rotation, and then we are going to select all of these keyframes and we will hit delete. Then select this layer and press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. Press P for position, create one keyframe, or instead of that, select this position, right click and choose separate dimensions. Select this, press R, create one keyframe and hit U. Now let's minimize all of these layers so we can focus on only this one. But before that, we have this layer over here, so we have to deal with this. So for this one, what we can do, I'll press P for position, create one keyframe, go few frame forward. But before that, let's go somewhere around over here. And as you guys know that we have splitted this layer. At this point, we have to reduce the parenting of it. So now it's not parent with this one. So if you see this animation, first this, then this, and then let's go few frame forward. I'm going to select this layer and I'm going to bring this downwards and select this layer and hit F9 to easily those keyframes. Go to the graph editor, select this graph, move this line over here and this line over here like this. Okay, then select this layer. As you guys know that we have created one keyframe at R, then press P, create one keyframe at Y and hit U, then go few frame forward somewhere around over here and we will bring this Y position over here. Go few frame forward and let's bring this position over here like this. Okay, and also make this rotation 360 degree like this. And select those keyframes and hit F9. Okay, also select those rotation keyframes and by holding Control I'm going to reduce the rotation animation. Now select those positions, go to the graph editor, select this graph, hold shift, move this handle over here and this handle over here, move this handle over here, select this and move this handle over here like this. Then go over here, hit page down button one time, create one keyframe at X position and one keyframe at Y position, select both the keyframes and hit F9 to reduce the graph. Go somewhere around over here, select this and let's change the X position somewhere around over here. Okay, then create one keyframe at Y position, go few frame forward somewhere around over here, change the Y position like this and select those keyframes and hit F9 like this. Or now go to the graph editor, select this graphs, move one handle over here and one handle over here. So if you see, you will get something like this. Okay, also let's go over here and now I'm going to select this layer and I'll press Ctrl Shift D to split this layer again and hit U to minimize all of these layers. Now select this layer, press Ctrl Shift C to pre-compose this and make sure to choose move all attributes into the new composition and simply hit OK. Then go to the effect and presets panel and search for echo effect and double click to apply. Increase the number of echoes to 40 and over here time echo over here instead of 3 I'm going to type 1 and let's make the chord resolution and echo operator instead of add choose maximum. So we will see something like this. If you see this info resolution, it will take a little bit time to load, but the animation would be awesome. Okay, so let's make this chord resolution now. Now the animation of this logo should start from here, so I'll uncheck this stuff and now over here I don't need this. Let's lock this. So I don't need this extra stuff over here, so I'll delete it. Only thing I want is this layer, so I'm going to select all of them and I'll move them over here. Press P for position, create one keyframe, go few frame forward, create another keyframe, go to the start. Let's select this eye and we don't need to animate this eye over here. Let's select all of these layers and let's bring them downward like this. select those keyframes and hit F9, go to the graph editor, zoom in, select this graph, hold shift, move this handle over here, so we'll get this kind of animation. And now I want them animation one by one, so hit page down button 2 times, select this, move this over here, again 1 time, select this, move this over here, again 1 time, select this and move this over here like this. Okay, and then at this point when this blue stuff covers this eye, I want this eye should appear over here, so I'll move this over here. And now you get this. After that, select all of these layers, press Ctrl Shift C, and we will call it as logo like this. And then I'm going to select this rectangle and I'm going to create mask on it like this. Okay, so if you see this animation now, first I'll get this, then I'll get this. Now let's minimize this, select all of them, press F4 and enable the motion blur like this. Select all of them, press Ctrl Shift C, and let's call it as animation and hit OK. So somewhere around at this point, I'll select this, press P, create one keyframe, go few frame forward, and it should be at the center. So let's enable this title safe action. It should be at the center, and at this point, let's move this over here. Okay, select those keyframes and hit F9. So if you see, we will get something like this. Let's move this over here, select those keyframes, go to the graph, select this by holding shift, move this handle over here and move this handle over here like this. So if you see this animation now, first I'll get this and then this. And if you want, then you can do this stuff from this point only. You can select this line and you can move this over here, so you will get something like this. Then press Ctrl Y to create one solid background and bring this at the backward, and then hit it. So this is how you can create this kind of logo animation inside of After Effects by using this kind of tricks.